New at 4, a Wisconsin judge says voters who have returned an absentee ballot for the state primary election cannot have a new one. The judge said the Wisconsin Elections Commission was correct in issuing the guidance to the roughly 2,000 clerks who run elections at the local level. This comes after Democrats filed the suit after a chaotic primary shift, concerned about more than 117,000 ballots that were already cast by Wisconsin voters. The winner of the Democratic primary in August will advance to November's general election.